All right, this is AP Calculus, and we are still doing the midterm review. This is that free response that requires a calculator. So there is an issue here. We've run into this a few times with the College Board where they will list a problem that actually requires a skill that you haven't done yet, but it is listed as not requiring that skill. And so when problems are sorted by difficulty level and skill level, it is listed as an acceptable problem, but then it's not an acceptable problem. And here we are. It happened again. So basically, in this problem, I'm going to have you change this request from x equals 0.3 to x equals 1, because the way it is written with that x equals 0.3, you need a skill from Unit 6 that you don't have. So we're going to reword this question, and I'm going to change it on our review sheet so that it says x equals 1, not x equals 0.3, okay? So we're going to write the equation for a tangent line to the graph of g at x equals 1. So to do that, and again, this makes it a slightly simpler problem than the AP intended, but the AP definitely expected you to have a skill that you don't learn until Unit 6, their own Unit 6, good times. So you need two things for the equation of a line, right? You're always going to need two things. You're going to need a point, which in this case we're given because we're given 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, we were given that g of 1 is 2. And again, this is a trickier problem. Once you know Unit 6, I can ask you for a different x value, not 1. But here I cannot because you don't know Unit 6. And you need a slope. Well, the slope is going to be g prime of 1. But look, I have a g prime equation. So basically, that's going to be the sine of 1 plus 1, or just sine of 2. Now, you could leave it as sine of 2, or you could get a decimal in the calculator. I really don't care. Either one's fine. So my answer, right, is going to be y minus the y value equals m, which is the sine of 2, x minus the x value. Or if you want to put sine of 2 in a calculator, you certainly can, right? It's going to be y equals 0.909 x minus 1, and then you could add the 2 over, right? And there's my tangent line, right? And that's fine. And actually, I'd put a little approximately if I'm going to use the rounded answer, but I could also use sine of 2 instead. The other way to do that is to go to your y1, right? And you have this x plus sine of 1 over x, right? And you could go to table set, so second table set. You could start at 1, and if you go to table, sure enough, there's that same number, right? That's your output at the same value. So there's a couple different ways to get there. Again, if you look at the solutions guide, they're using 0.3, which is a much harder question because it uses Unit 6. You don't know Unit 6, so just go ahead and go with it as it is there, okay?